And this is how they are trying to achieve that desire of Security Council resolution. But in so far as Kashmir is concerned, I think at the present moment, unless we gather around us all the forces which are at our command, and we project this issue some way, forcefully, that let the international community realize that there is also another issue like Kashmir, and there is a definite commitment of the Security Council or the world community to give right of self-determination to people of Kashmir. We have to make them realize, because people have forgotten during the last 44 years that what they made a commitment about Kashmir.
Yes, that's right.
And the first, I think, the principal party in this is the people of Kashmir.
Yes, they are the principal.
We are divided into 3-4 sections. At the present moment, people of occupied Kashmir, they are fully involved in the liberation movement. And what I feel is this, that on this side of ceasefire line, all like-minded people, particularly leadership of Azad Kashmir and leadership of Pakistan, they should take some active steps to highlight and project this issue at such a level that world community must realize that, all right, if we insist or we use force for the liberation of Kuwait, why shouldn't we even say a word about the liberation of Kashmir?
This, Mansab, this the recent statement by the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Nawaz Sharif, I think this is for the second time or third time he has referred 6 points and even beyond that.
Step.
Yes, they talked about Kashmir, try to bring it in.
Yes, very firmly and very straightforwardly that these resolutions should be linked with the Palestine resolutions and Kashmir resolutions.
Pakistan government has got some limitations internationally and particularly vis-a-vis its relations with India. But so far as the people of Kashmir are concerned, I think they have got no limitations. They are totally free to highlight their just.
We have one limitation, sorry to say. That limitation is that we should try to help the hands of a sincere government of Pakistan. If she is doing something in the right, we should not put impediments and spokes in its way.
That's right.
We should try to help their hands. With that limitation, of course.
Our policy should not be contradictory or in conflict with the policy of government of Pakistan.
No, provided the government of Pakistan is in the right. If they go in the wrong, we will be contradictory.
Right. We only support the right policy.
Yes, we support the right policy.
The liberation of Kashmir, not other policies.
We will not go behind blindfolded, you see.
That's right.
Or whatever is said.
But I want to say this.
So far, Government of Pakistan's foreign policy stands committed to the right of self-determination of the people of Kashmir.
There has been no compromise on that.
After that, once the movement started in the valley of Kashmir, Government of Pakistan pronounced in unequivocal terms that government and the people of Pakistan will give moral and political support to the people of Kashmir. I think that is more than enough that is expected of the government present.
Yes. No, they have taken a step beyond that. You see, they have now reduced their commitment to a practical shape. For example, parleys and dialogue with the Indian counterpart. Although not much has been said about it, but we know that there is a lot being done inside. And similarly, now including Kashmir in this international global arena is yet another step forward from the government of Pakistan, and the government of Pakistan must be congratulated from our side actually for taking this daring step. Because many forces which have been against Kashmir will not take it as a palatable thing. You see what has been said by the Prime Minister. They would still like to keep it dormant, and India will try to play it up. But this has been a very great step forward, and I think we should lend our full support. And this rally, which has been called by the Prime Minister of Pakistan, the Solidarity Day, is yet another timely step. Although the timing has not been set by the Prime Minister himself, it has been set by the previous incident. But anyway, the credit goes to anybody who to anybody who seizes the opportunity, you see, and makes use of it.
Yes, the Prime Minister of Pakistan has linked up the Kashmir issue with the entire world issue. Yes. So that's the most important issue which is today in Kuwait and in Palestine. He has linked the Kashmir issue with them.
What about these the offers made by the Indian government to the Kashmiri leaders across the ceasefire line?
Reports are that they have totally declined. They have refused to talk to Indian Prime Minister on these issues. They have they say that only we want the final target is freedom, nothing short of freedom, and nothing within the Constitution of India.
If I may, probably the reply has been on behalf of the militants and their leaders who are mostly in jails.
Yes.
The reply has been right of self-determination for the people of Kashmir.
That's right.
the initial word for which they use is freedom from India, not absolute.
No, we should not
freedom.
try into discussion what freedom means. Whether it is something different from right of self-determination.
This is that I am referring to the leadership from
What they have said.
Leadership is only the militancy.
They say right of self-determination for the people of Jammu and Kashmir, majority of whom are Muslims. This is the reply which Chandrasekhar has got so far, and today he is again preparing to go to Srinagar.
What do you expect would happen in Srinagar? How would the people take it, his visit to Srinagar, and what outcome is expected to...
But again the same thing. The same thing. He will get the same reply.
I see.
Because after all these brutalities, after all this terror, after all this tyranny that has been unleashed upon the people of Kashmir, particularly Muslims, no reply is expected from
First,
them other than
what do
freedom
we think
from India.
in our whatever little wisdom at our command?
Yes.
What do we think Chandrasekhar should be doing about the confronted as he is with the diehards inside, the ruling janta of a particular sect and a particular class of people drawn from a particular area? They've been dominating India all the time, and Chandrasekhar confronted with fresh realities of the situation. What should he exactly be doing? How do we
my
see?
personal feeling is that India has throughout made this issue complex, unnecessarily complex.
That's right.
Basically, the issue is as simple as it was in 1948-49. The issue of a small
can they
state
today,
of...
Hassan, de-link it with the other issues of independence
Sir,
in
decidedly they
India?
can. If it is an issue of the accession of a small state of India, excuse me, if it is the issue of the accession of a small state of India, according to the partition plan, whether the people of that area want to accede to Pakistan or to India, it becomes that simple. India has got the entire issue from the wrong side.
Yes.
They feel it is a question of secession
And
of
they
an
want,
area
they
from
want
the...
us to accept that.
It's a deliberate attempt.
They feel it's a challenge to the integrity of India.
Yes.
Some
This
people
is how they have
become
converted to-
rebels. They want secession from India. Secession is not acceptable to any government for that matter. Secession is not acceptable to Mr. Nawaz
it's not
Sharif
an
of
issue of
Pakistan.
secession.
But it is not secession at all.
It is not secession. Why should they define it as
Secession is not in favor of Pakistan.
Why should sir, India...
If I may add a few words, because if we compare those independent movements in India like Punjab and other states, India can call those movements as independent movements. But Kashmiri freedom movement is not an independent
It's a
movement.
movement of self-determination.
This is the movement
Self-determination
for right for self-determination, because India has never been Kashmir has never been a part of India.
And particularly when India has already committed.
India is
to the
committed.
United Nations.
That's right.
Today we are feeling very happy and very proud that in Kuwait a resolution has been passed by the Security Council in favor of the people of that area. We
Also,
already
there
have
has
that
been a
resolution.
suggestion internationally propounded that let the Kashmiris be given an opportunity to hold a fair and free election in the occupied part. And then if, as a result of the election, if they choose to stay out of India and want to accede to Pakistan or whatever it is, that should be acceptable. What do we say to that proposal?
Sir,
have you heard about that proposal?
We have got answer to that proposal. That proposal has come in the press. Particularly this proposal has come from America, I think.
Yes.
Some section of America.
Yes.
But the answer to this is that two times, in 1951 and 1957, elections were held in Kashmir, and that Constituent Assembly particularly gave a manifesto that this assembly shall decide the future of Kashmir. But this was repelled by the Security Council itself into resolutions that elections of any kind is no answer, is not a substitute of the plebiscite. Yes. So even if we propose this, give the suggestion that we hold elections, the elections are totally free and impartial under UN auspices, then why to hold elections? Why not plebiscite?
I gave another additional reply to this, to the gentleman who proposed this. I said this presupposes acceptance of the Indian Constitution by the people of Kashmir who have already rejected it. So that means in the first instance we should go and preach them to accept the Indian Constitution and then hold elections and then decide against it. I said, how can you go into the rigmarole of exercise?
And moreover, it means the original plebiscite.
Regional plebiscite.
Regional plebiscite. It is the same scheme which was given by...
Excluding
yes,
Azad Kashmir and other areas.
yes.
So this is not plebiscite at all. This is election.
No,
for
this,
us, but election under
we are
particular
given a
law.
guarantee that elections will be totally fair and
Yes.
impartial.
But even you accepted it that way, it would mean
It
it
will
will
be,
take amount
yes,
the same.
a regional decision. I something which is not acceptable, and it negates the very Kashmir issue, the Kashmir problem.
Mr. President, people throughout Azad Kashmir and Pakistan today are observing the Solidarity Day, all shops, business, and everything is closed, and they are out on the street. So this is another moral support. We
Great moral support.
Great moral support. And how do you think that these rallies and demonstrations and protests will contribute towards the world opinion for in favor of the Kashmiri people?
You see, in the first instance, I think this will provide basically a lot of encouragement to the people in Kashmir who are suffering, and it will also bring to limelight the Indian atrocities and the violation of human rights. Basically, you see what India has been doing on that score. And thirdly, it will make the world opinion realize that they cannot let the Kashmir issue go by default and let it be eclipsed by other issues, you see, when they come up from time to time. And then it also demonstrates very clear clarity in the position of the government of Pakistan also, you see, for having done this. And I think this is good enough.
It's quite good.
Yes.
We had the privilege of listening to the discussion in which various aspects of the Kashmir issue were elaborated at length. The good wishes of the people of Pakistan and Azad Kashmir are with the brave freedom fighter. In the end of the program, I extend my gratitude to the President, Sardar Abdul Qayyum Khan, and thanks to the participants. Thank you very much.
रस्मी गुफ्तगू का मेरा अपना भी ख्याल नहीं था, लेकिन आप लोग तशरीफ लाए हैं, सारे इकट्ठे हुए हैं, और किसी जमात की तखसीस के बगैर दोस्त तशरीफ लाए हैं, मैं उसका शुक्रिया भी अदा करना चाहता हूँ। और जो बदकिस्मती से जो सूरत हाल आज़ाद कश्मीर में पैदा हो गई है, इस पर यकीनन दोस्त बराह रास्त मालूम करना चाहते होंगे, खुद भी कुछ कहना चाहते होंगे। तो मैं मुख्तसरन चंद बातें गुजारिश करता हूँ, और ताकि बराह रास्त इत्तला अखबारात में भी पढ़ते हैं लोग, फिर एक कानों कान बातें होती रहती हैं, बात का बतंगड़ बनता रहता है। तो इसलिए अच्छा है कि आपके साथ मिला वास्ता थोड़ी सी गुफ्तगू हो। ये जब से हुकूमत तब्दील हुई है यहाँ, मेरा शुरू में तो ख्याल ये था कि मैं ये ऑफिस जो सदर का इसको छोड़ दूँ, लेकिन कुछ हालात बीच में ऐसे पैदा हुए कि जिसकी वजह से कई दोस्तों का ख्याल था कि शायद मेरे दरमियान में होने से कोई बेहतरी की सूरत निकल आए, तो इसलिए मुझे ठहरना चाहिए। और उसमें उन दोस्तों में हर किस्म के लोग शामिल थे, हर मकतब फ़िक्र के लोग शामिल थे, कोई एक मकतब फ़िक्र के नहीं, बल्कि जो मुस्लिम कॉन्फ्रेंसी थे उनका तो ख्याल था कि मैं बाहर सूरत छोड़ दूँ, क्योंकि इस निज़ाम के साथ हम मिलकर चल नहीं सकते, मुतज़ाद निज़ाम है, तो इसलिए मुनासिब नहीं है और ये रिस्क भी नहीं लेना चाहिए। लेकिन मुल्क के अंदर कश्मीरी और गैर कश्मीरी दोस्तों का ख्याल था कि नहीं, शायद कोई बेहतरी की सूरत निकला, इसलिए फिर मैंने वो अपनी उस अदालत के दौरान वो इलेक्शन में हिस्सा लिया। उन लोगों का भी मैं शुक्रगुजार हूँ जिन्होंने साथ दिया। अगर आप हजरात ने गैर जानबदारी से सारी कार्रवाई का मुताला किया हो इस हफ्ते में जो गुजरी है, जो मालूम है जो नहीं मालूम उसको तो छोड़े, तो मेरा ख्याल है कि इंसाफ से अगर देखा जाए तो मैंने अपनी तरफ से हर मुमकिन कोशिश की कि कोई तलखी आना पैदा हो और मिलजुल कर हम कोई ورکیبل سسٹم بنا سکیں جس پر کہ ہماری عزت بھی باقی رہے، پھر کشمیر کی آزادی کی تحریک کو بھی فائدہ پہنچے اور پاکستان کے ساتھ ہماری یکجہتی بھی مضبوط ہو اور زیادہ اس کو فائدہ پہنچے. یہی مقاصد تھے جن کے پیش نظر میں زندگی بھر کوشش کرتا رہا اور اس وقت بھی میری یہی کوشش تھی، ورنہ شاید میں اگر یہ حالات نہ ہوتے اور عام معمول کے مطابق حالت ہوتی تو ہو سکتا ہے اب یہ باتیں لوگ شاید مانیں نہ مانیں، لیکن ہو سکتا ہے کہ میں بالکل اس میں کوئی دلچسپی نہ لیتا پھر. اب وہ کوششیں ان کوششوں میں کہاں تک گیا وہ بھی آپ سے پردے میں نہیں ہے کہ میں بدنام بھی ہوا، اپنی جماعت کے لوگوں نے بھی مجھے کنڈیم کیا. مگر ساری چیز کے باوجود میں اپنی جگہ اس بات پر بالکل مطمئن ہوں خدا کے سامنے اور اپنی ضمیر کے سامنے کہ دوسری طرف سے انہوں نے کوئی اصلاح احوال کرنے کی کوشش نہیں. کچھ باتیں ایسی منسوب میرے ساتھ ان دنوں میں نے سنی ہیں کہ انہوں نے بھی کوئی کوشش کی جس کا میں نے جواب نہیں دیا، لیکن یہ بات بالکل سرے سے غلط ہے. کوئی کوشش نہیں ہوئی، قدم بقدم وہ آگے بڑھتے گئے. پھر میرا ایک آپ سمجھیے ایک قسم کا متعصبانہ آپ کہہ سکتے ہیں، ہے تو نہیں متعصبانہ لیکن حالات میں کہہ سکتے ہیں کہ ایک خیال یہ بھی تھا کہ پاکستان میں جب اتفاق سے میاں نواز شریف پرائم منسٹر ہیں پاکستان کے، تو ہم لوگ جو اہل ریاست ہیں ہماری ویسے بڑی اخلاقی اور سیاسی ذمہ داری ہے کہ ہم ان کی مدد کریں اور کوشش کریں کہ وہ اپنا کردار کشمیر کے بارے میں ادا کر سکیں. آپ کو پتہ ہے کہ جواہر لال نہرو عمر بھر اسی ٹرمپ کارڈ کو استعمال کرتا رہا دنیا میں کہ میں چونکہ کشمیر الاصل ہوں اس لیے کشمیر پر میرا بڑا حق ہے، اور دنیا کے لوگ کہتے تھے کہ یہ ٹھیک کہہ رہا ہے. یہ باتیں مجھے براہ راست میرے علم میں، اس لیے میں کہہ رہا ہوں کہ اخباری باتیں میں نہیں کہہ رہا ہوں. تو اس لیے میرا بھی یہ خیال تھا کہ کشمیر کے مسئلے میں میاں صاحب کے وزیر اعظم بننے کے بعد ان کو بھی اتنی دلچسپی کشمیر سے ہوگی جتنی ہمیں ہے، بلکہ ذرا دور بیٹھے ہیں ان کو زیادہ دلچسپی ہوگی بمقابلہ ہمارے جو ہم اندر بیٹھے. تو یہ بھی ایک وجہ تھی کہ کوشش کی کہ ان کی اس پوزیشن سے استفادہ کیا جائے اور کوئی ہماری ویسے بھی کوئی کنفرنٹیشن نہ ہو. بعض لوگ کہتے ہیں کہ میں بھی کنفرنٹیشن کرتا رہا ہوں، لیکن میری ساری کنفرنٹیشن کو اگر آپ ایک ایک کر کے انالائز کریں گے، آپ لائر ہیں ہر روز مقدمات کو انالائز کرتے ہیں، تو آپ دیکھیں گے کہ میری کنفرنٹیشن نہ پاکستان کے خلاف تھی نہ پاکستان کی مرکزی حکومت کے خلاف تھی، بلکہ وہ مسائل پر تھی. اور جو مسائل آج قائم ہیں ان پر آج بھی وہی پوزیشن موجود ہے. میری تقریریں، گفتگو، اندر بیٹھ کر جو کہتے ہیں، جو لکھتا ہوں میں، ان کو وہ مسائل حل کرنے کی طرف میں اب بھی لگا رہتا ہوں. لیکن ایک جو اوور رائڈنگ بات ہوگی جیسے میں نے عرض کیا